the 60 range chart, and with price pushed down here, pulled back, pushed lower towards the end of the close yesterday, the market rallied. Okay, for whatever reason, it was maybe just a lot of buying from traders, but I just don't believe that towards the end of the session that the market, you start to see the market start doing some funky stuff around 3:30, and lots of times that's the institutions, the market makers, whatever, trying to drive the market back up, quickly hit stops before the session closes, take that money, and then they're going to flip the market and move back in the opposite direction. And they couldn't put, if it was the institutions really that were really stopping traders out with the driving force and having the fuel to buy all these orders, pushing back up, all these sell orders, pushing the market back up. They ran out of juice right here because they said, okay, no, we're not willing to take the risk on right here because we have all this selling, all this selling right here going on. They weren't willing to take on that risk of buying all those, carrying all that inventory, and picking up all these sell orders and pushing them and driving the market back up. So they had to start dumping their inventory or dumping, those contracts. And when the market couldn't push any higher, this is where I went short at, and I took it all the way back down to, like I said, 21. So I got in 2 contracts and took it all the way back down, So that's how I got into my. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike, and today, live recorded session here. I'm trading the Emini S&P 500 futures. Everyone that knows that has been following the channel and subscribed to the channel already know that I trade this market each and every day. So this is the ES futures. It's the market, my go-to market that I love to trade each day. I have plenty of videos on the channel, guys. If it's your first time watching one of my videos, to where I have live recorded sessions of me trading this particular market, and I dive deep into, you see my trades, and I discuss in detail, why I took each one of my trades, whatever the case is. So from I guess from an educational standpoint, you can understand if you're trying to learn or currently in the process of trying to learn how to trade the future markets, because the style of how I trade, the way I trade is basically just I be taking trades based on where trades and pullbacks to key levels or key zones. But overall, how do I really trade? My strategy is really I love to trade off areas of supply and demand, especially when it's the market is moving to an area of supply or demand off the higher time frame, and then I trade accordingly too by scaling down to my lower time frame chart. So that's in a nutshell of how I trade. So if you're interested in learning how I'm not gonna say learning because I'm not a teacher, but I'm just here to basically just show you basically how I actually trade. So maybe you can gain some value from it. So if you're first time watching, hopefully we can get you to sub to the channel, subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. Go ahead and watch the content, and we'd love to have you on the bandwagon, the team here over at Future Trading with Mike. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump into today's video. The market is moving a little bit. It's a little volatile right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of look to see maybe some areas I do want to talk about, and what I want to say here in a short bit is that I've already picked up 20 points, and you can probably ask yourself, well, how did you pick up 20 points? I picked up 20 points on a move from the overnight session, and yes, I typically do not trade the overnight session, but I saw a great opportunity unfolding or setting up last night, yesterday evening, and I executed on a trade, and it worked out very well. So let's go ahead and see what the market is trying to do. So let me kind of pay attention here, guys. That's all. So please bear with me if you don't mind. I'm not 100% sure what the market is really trying to do here. Sorry about that. Yeah, could be trying to push lower here. We pull back to this high right here, and which was an area of supply off the 12 range chart, and the market rejected and pushed lower. So let's be okay. This could be a little small area right here, so let me be careful here. So yeah, but we have resistance right above us, so that's something I need to be mindful of. But today is the 6th of May. It is Friday, and we're down here at the VPOC now, so I'm going to not trade that area. And I'll show you the trade from last night that I actually took. I got it marked up with the chart markers, and you can see the area, show you where I entered it and where I got in it. I got it on 2 contracts, took profit at a certain area, and then the last contract I let it run down to close to the lows of I want to say it was, let's see, closer to the lows of yesterday's trading session. So I didn't take it all the way down to yesterday's trading session. I think I got out like around 21. So, anyways, let me focus here and so I can really see what the market is doing here. Okay, we're at the VPOC right now, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be careful doing anything. And the market's a little volatile right now. You can kind of see it, doing its thing. If you haven't watched the full tutorial of the step-by-step guide of how to trade supply and demand, pretty much how I give a good example. Oh gosh, the market is really racing, right? Look at that, it is pushing. So this is a little bit tricky, kind of in a wedge right here, price moving sideways. So, yeah, let's see. Okay, go along. There we go. Quick long entry off this area right here, this red line. Market's moving pretty quick. I got these markers up. I'm gonna leave them there because I want to show you yesterday's or yesterday evening's trade trade that I took. But this right here, price broke, it rejected this area down here at this high volume area. Okay, with this area of support sitting right here, breaks back up, breaks into structure here. You can see here in the 12 range. So basically, this was a pullback to this red line. You see, I marked that red line there prior to price even getting back there to it. So that was an area of support. Price pulled back to this little area. It's micro swing level. I call it a little micro swing level of demand sitting right there. Price stayed above that red line. It rejected it here on a pullback. Green candle as it closes, go long back up to the high right here. Okay, so let's see what I picked up on that little trade right there. Today's the 6th. Why is it doing this? Kind of funny. Something's going on with my trade performance this morning, but let's see. I entered in at, yeah, there's something definitely going on with my trade performance. I entered in at, well, what's going on with my trade performance? I may need to kind of restart NinjaTrader because it's not calculated correctly on my trade performance. Well, I'll tell you what, it showed me right here. For some reason, my trade performance is not working correctly. Where did I get in at? Close the candle here, 77. And I got out right up in here. So that was pretty much a point and a half on the first one, and then I think it was 2 points on the second contract. But it's not calculating correctly here on my trade performance. That's absolutely incorrect. Yeah, there's something going on here. Had a little issue with this yesterday, but I think I need to restart my NinjaTrader, but I'm not going to do that at this time because I'm in this live recorded session right now. So I'll keep moving and I'll show you the that trade I was talking about here shortly. Yeah, it's doing some funky stuff. All right, I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's keep moving. Anyways, all right. So let's see where we're at now. Price looks like it may want to move back up to this area here. There's a major area of resistance sitting right here. It could push back up, and if we do get the push back up to the upside, I'd say it's probably gonna come up and test around this area here, maybe 15 to 16, maybe a little higher. But let me take a look at something here. I'm looking at my 12 range right now. But yeah, if it gets back up in this area, guys, this is resistance right here. It can pull back into this area of supply sitting right here, and we can, maybe get a rejection there. So we'll see. Let's see. Let me move this line. I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. And if you guys haven't watched the video from yesterday too, it was about how to, decrease the risk of taking on major drawdown when you're in a trade, knowing exactly where to put your, your stop loss, whether it's a hard stop loss, a middle stop loss, whatever the case is, of closing out the trade, and knowing exactly where to take your profit at once you're into the trade. Basically, trading kind of the way I do, whatever the case is, so that you do not incur a lot of drawdown and take a lot of heat or basically put on a lot of risk on your account. So go ahead and watch that video. Go back and watch that one as well. That was yesterday's video, and I'll give you some good information and within the content of that video as well. So let's move forward here. I just don't know what's going on with the trade performance. InterTrader's been acting a little strange lately. I think I need to restart my program, the application. But anyways, yeah, it could break higher. Yeah, you can see here, this is the area where I took the trade last night. Entered here and took as a sell order, sell position I took. But I'll explain that here in a bit after I kind of wrap up and do a little more trading today. But the key thing is to understand what the market is trying to do, because it's only going to do. It's really only going to, when you see kind of certain activity going on to the Globex session or the overnight session, and the market can't um, really push through certain areas or levels, and it kind of pauses, and then it starts to reverse, whatever the case is, and move the opposite direction. Then you know what's going on there if you know anything about the markets. It just can't. It doesn't have the feel to really keep pushing to in a certain direction. So mentally, you got to start thinking, preparing yourself that the market is going to try to retest. To me, when I see something set up and the market's kind of rallying at the end of the day to a certain area, and it doesn't have any more fuel to push through certain levels or a certain level, then that means that the fight is over, and the market is probably going to more likely push the other direction to test the prior day low or the prior session lows. So yeah, we're putting on higher here, moving higher. I just mentioned this area up here, guys. The price could it's hitting up against resistance right now. It could pause, it could reject right here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, the market's a little volatile too, so I have to be very careful. But this up here, off the 60 range chart, this is an area of supply sitting right here. Right here is definitely an area of resistance. So I really like to see price move back into the area of supply versus just hitting against an area of resistance. But if it does reject resistance, and then it shows me, that it really is trying to really reject a certain area, then I'll take the trades. But just have to be mindful. Let's see what happened here. Yeah. See it moving. You see it moving up. Okay, so it's pulling back. All right. Almost to it. We're just a few, point and a half away, whatever the case is. There it goes. See it? All right. Now let's see if we get some rejection in this area right here. It could push through it. I'm not saying it won't. It's definitely went down and tested the prior session lows from yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm sorry, not yesterday. What day is that? The first. So it came down there and tested the lows from the first. Okay. The market is really volatile right now. So, yeah, I don't really like this. Now, it could break through this area here and come up and test up here where I have this purple line in as well. Let's see if we get some rejection. We're at a high volume area here on the 12 range. So, okay, we're getting a bit. There we go. See, we're rejecting. Gosh, the market is very volatile, guys. I have to be very careful here. Ooh, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I'm short, but man. There we go. Quick. Okay, I'm going to stand down because the market's too volatile for me. It's going to pause right here at, not pause, but it has to push through this area here at 4106 if it wants to push lower. Right here, you see the rejection there. So here's the area right here. Wow. You're going to push through that area. I'm long. Come on, there we go. Quick little long. It may come back up to this area right here, 4109. There it is. Look at it. See, 4109. Those are going to test that area right there, and it could push higher. So, all right, a couple little entries right there. So I think I've taken 3 trades already. Yeah, there's definitely something going wrong with my trade performance. On the trade performance, it's not calculated correctly. It's kind of crazy, but anyways, yeah. All right, so let me take a look. Yeah, some weird stuff going on. I'm about to restart this bad boy. All right. Anyways, okay, so I'm taking a couple little trades here. I'm not sure. I want to pay attention. Honestly, to see what the market's doing. It bounced right here, this little micro level right here. So you gotta be careful about every little micro level in between. Even though you don't see it here in the 12 range, if you look at the 4 range, there's still areas where price can bounce at, even at little micro levels. So it didn't break this area here. But I'm not saying it can't continue pushing the downside. It definitely can. It's broken to this little area right here. Now, if price breaks this area right here, I'll mark it. Let's see something here. Yeah. If price breaks below this area right here, okay, really, and pulls back. So if it does something like this right here, I'll show you. Breaks lower to pull back and stays below this purple line, I'll go short, and we probably could take a short down to, I'd say 98. We'll see though. But it looks like it's moving sideways right now, so I'm definitely not going to take that trade. I'm gonna turn the markers off right now because it's kind of like messing with me as I'm trading. Moving sideways right here, so be careful. Yeah, it's testing back up here, this area here. This area of supply sitting right here on the 12 range chart. So rejected that area again. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this off here too. Yeah, it's moving sideways. So let's see. Mm. Tested this area here. Let's see what the market's gonna do. Staying below that area, so yeah, I gotta be careful here because we got little areas of support sitting right here on the 12 range. You can see it. Price could bounce right here. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Short. Come on. Come on. Go down. Ah. There we go. Short. Another little short entry. It's moving sideways. Okay, I knew it would come down here. Exactly. All right. Okay, be careful. Be careful. Got all this little area of congestion right here. So the price came back and retested the highs right here. This was the area right here at the 12 range, excuse me, the 60 range, where I said there's a little area of supply sitting here. It's bouncing off of that. So you don't want to be trading, pretty much against the grain, meaning trading back into the area of supply. You want to be taking the trades as price gets back up to that area and trading, to the downside, off the area of supply off a higher time frame. And this, you can even see it here on the 12 range. I mean, this area here, this area right up in here is the area of supply, and price gets up to it. You look for the rejection and go short. But it's moving sideways right now. Definitely in a wedge here. It's probably going to retest the low, this area right here. But I mentioned if it breaks, let me see here. Breaks this purple line, I may take a. I'll probably take a short though, but let's see. You can see all the sideways action right here. If it breaks the purple line, we'll see. You gotta be careful with this little area right here, but price may come back down tonight to 40.98 if it breaks the purple line. Guys, I was talking and I thought I was recording. I took a short the moment I told you guys the moment price broke below that purple line there, right here. I took a short. I took it down to back down to 99. So you guys missed that intro. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had the recording going, but I did take a short. And I mentioned, just a short bit ago here in the video, the price broke the purple line. It broke it right here. Price broke right here. Pull back and go short, and that's what I did. So we had the VPOC right below us, and maybe trying to test that area that's sitting at 40.89 area, low volume area. So price could push down. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll see what happens. But like I told you guys, this here area right here, this red line is, that's an area of the support sitting up, not support, supply sitting up in here, and that's why price rejected it. But you can see it definitely off the 60 range, just a little swing right to the downside. Aggressive selling came out of this area, and the market couldn't push through it. So what's going to happen? It's going to push lower. And that's what it did. Or it rejected it, is what I'm trying to say. Rejected it. And I take the trades, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, when price steps into an area of supply or demand, I start scaling down to my lower time frame, which is my anchor chart here, my 12 range, and then I start to look forward to see if price is rejecting, and it did. Yeah, see, we're still rejecting that area. So we could come back down here and test the lows. We could, but just kind of be careful. Let's see, market right here. Okay. Let me see what happens here. Okay, market's pushing lower. I'm interested in seeing what's gonna. Is the market going to continue pushing lower? Possibly. But I'm short. Come on, push lower. There we go. Okay, short. Pull back. Okay, why? All right, what I noticed was price got up in this area, rejected, right? Turned back around, broke back down, breaking back down to the swing level here, broke down, pulled back. I went short at, on the, well, not on the 12 range, but on the pullback. So you can see where I went short here at on the 4 range more so because it kind of zooms it in. This was that swing to the upside here that you see on the 12 range, okay? Price broke back into it, pulled back. Okay, so when it did this, pushed down, it broke back lower, breaking into this area here, okay? Pull back, okay? On the pullback, I saw the rejection when price stayed below the purple line here, okay? When it stayed below that purple line, I went short, all right? Now I said price is probably gonna come down to the VPOC, and look where we're at. So we're close to it now. Let me look at something. Yeah, we're close to it. So price rejects here. I'm going short. If it yep, short. Come on down. Okay. Come on, there we go. See, short right here to this area right here. Okay, little micro swing sitting right here. Aggressive buying came out of that area there. I go short to that area right there. So, all right, let's see. So this is why I say, like, with the way I trade, there's so many opportunities. Some people that at trade, their style trade maybe differently, so they having to wait longer. Whatever the case is, I can get into a trade and boom, look for my next setup pretty quick on the ES because I just pay close attention to price action. I'm a price action trader, and I'm just trading based on retracements in certain areas that, to me, where there's a zone sitting at where price is definitely going to, reject. So we're back down to the VPOC. You could have traded all the way back down to the VPOC, but I saw this little area right here, so that's why I paused that. So Price may push down to the VPOC, but I want to be careful in this area because it's hitting up against this small little swing area right here on the 12 range where price is bouncing right now. So, yeah, so I'm going to be very careful. Okay. Let me pull this up. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Pushing lower to the VPOC. I figured it would. All right. So yeah, we could get a rundown back down to the lows here of today's session. So let's see. We're at the VPOC right now. I'm not trading that area, to be honest with you. I'm definitely not trading that area. Mm. All right, so you see this little swing level right here on the 4 range. This area right here, I want to see price stay above 40.76 pretty much. Just right below this little high volume area right here. You know, this could be a quick little nice area to go scalp at if price can get down to it. So let me see another area here. Price is tapping. Okay, right here. I didn't see that. Okay, so right here was an area. Right here, price broke back into this area, pulled back. So let's see. Yeah, right here was a long. I missed it right here. There's a long sitting right here. I missed it. You could have taken that up to this area right here. All right, so I missed a couple little trades. Or missed that trade there, I should say. So it's okay. Can't catch everything, you know, because there's just so many levels to trade from. And that's the way I do it. All right, let's see. Back at the VPOC, I'm definitely not doing much. Now I was waiting for this purple line right here. All right, let's see what happens here. We're so close to the VPOC. I don't like that. Not at all. Okay. We could run back down here to the lows where it's at. Yeah, I don't like that, guys, to be honest with you. Price is trying to break higher, it looks like. Okay. Let's see. It's breaking lower. What is this thing doing? Pushed up higher. I'm not sure. If we get a little bounce here, I may go long. Yep, I went long and it just shot. Dang it. Come on, come up a little higher. Yeah, it's bouncing right here. There we go. Okay, we got filled there. All right, guys, that's going to be my last entry for right now. I want to explain the trade from last night. On that entry right there, price pushed up, pulled back, okay, and pushed higher, and broke back into the swing right here. So on the pullback is where I'm looking for the entry to go long at. So it did a number like this. It pushed up, pulled back, pushed higher, pulled back, looking for the entry as long as it can stay above this purple line you see here on the 4 range. Okay, so when it gets back to that purple line, I need to see like a little W formation, a price breaking back into a swing or breaking back in the structure on the 4 range. It does that, pushes up, pulls back. The moment it closes above, go long. Okay, simple as that. All right, so let's see here. Let me take these arrows off, and we'll jump into that trade from last night. All right, the market is trying to run back up to the. Looks like I'm looking at the 60 range chart. It's trying to run back up to the maybe up to the upside here to test the highs from today, which is where's that? I'm looking at the 4 range. It'll really tell me where the highs are. Right here at 41.52 and a half. So which is yeah, up in this area right here. So okay. So now we're back up here testing these highs right here. I mean, it's testing the high of this, when price pushed up here, it pulled back, and now it's retracing again back to this area right here. So that's testing this area here again. Price could actually, let me see here. Yeah, price could actually probably, it could come back up to this area here, 44, somewhere in 40, 43, 44, 45 area. I may try to push higher, but right now it's still rejecting this off this area right here. So if you look at the 12 range, you can see it still rejecting that area. That purple line is that right here. So, which is this swing right here, small little swing where this aggressive selling came out of. But it can come back up here and test this area here as well. So, but anyways, let's jump into the trade that I took in the overnight session. I'll show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and put my markers on so I can show you. Nope, not that. It's not what I wanted. Markers on. All right, I'll put them on here in the 60 range so you can see it, so I can show you what happened. Oh, that's a little nasty looking there, so I better not put that on. I'll show you on the 12 range, but we'll take a look at it. Take a look at it off the 60 range as well. All right, so let's go back to the here it was right here. All right, so what I want to do is look at what happened to the as the market closed yesterday. Okay, so as the market closed yesterday, right here, okay, the 5th. All right, we got to the closing. This was 3:30 yesterday. The market started running back up to the upside. Okay, meaning it started rallying to the upside. All right, towards the close of the session yesterday, the day session, it pulls back into this swing, okay, which is resistance, but back into this area of, right here, this high of the swing. Okay, pulls back towards the high of the swing right here. All right, now there's a small little area here. Well, this is definitely an area of supply off the 60 range chart, okay? So price does a number like this. And this is what I keep reiterating over and over and over, guys, about supply and demand. Pushes down, pulls back, pushes lower. Within this area, okay, we have an area of supply sitting here. We have an area of supply sitting here. Price pulls back. It stops here, okay? Well, actually, I'm going to take that back. I'll take that back. Sorry about that. I'm looking at what actually happened. It pulled back here, rejected this area, pushed down a little bit. Then it pushes higher. Now, at the end of the close yesterday, price pulls into this area right here, this high right here, the small little area of supply sitting here. Overnight, so what the market did was, as it ran back up to the upside, rallied back to the upside, hitting in that area of supply off the 60 range chart, what you can see right here. It pulls back to this area. Price, it could not continue. It didn't have much. It didn't have any more fuel to keep pushing to the upside. Okay, why? Now it could have pushed maybe to this area right here, but it didn't. It started rejecting right here. Okay, and I'll show you that on a 12 range chart. Up in here, in this area here, there's a lot of sell orders, and it would have struggled, guys. All the selling that took place right here on the way down, it would have struggled to push through that. So as it rallied back up towards the close of yesterday, it started butting up against an area, hitting a brick wall against an area of resistance, which it could not push through. The juice wasn't there. All right, so what happens in an instance like that when you start to see price, with all this selling that couldn't, all these orders here that couldn't be pretty much broken through, and couldn't. Basically, what happens is the market makers, the institutions, they cannot. They don't have. They're not willing to put the risk on to go back and buy all those orders. Okay, meaning to hit anyone, push it further up, to start busting through all those stop orders, and start buying all those orders back to push the market back up. Okay, because there's just too much selling that goes on right here. So they hit against a brick wall. And I don't know if this could be. It could have been institutions running the market back up. It could have been just just buyers really stepping heavy into the market to kind of push the market back up. But either way, there was just too much selling that took place here, and no one at the table was really willing to take the risk of pushing the market higher. So what happens is that the fight is over, and the only direction the market can go from here is to the downside, right? So when I saw that happen, I started looking at my 12 range chart immediately, and I started zooming in on that area, which was the same area, that red line that I showed you on the 60 range is that area. Let's go to it. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to find it. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. Sorry about that. Grab it, put it right here. Okay, so we're going to the 12 range now. So in the 12 range chart, you can see right here, price could not push any higher. All right. When I saw price couldn't push any higher and it started breaking structure back to the downside on the 12 range, and then when I pull back, guys, I went short right here. I could have went short a little bit earlier because price broke into structure here, pulled back, broke lower. Okay, so basically I could have went short in this area, pretty much right here. So if I take this line right here, as long as price stays below this red line right here, I could have went short at the close of this candle right here on the 12 range and taking it all the way down. Now I didn't start looking at the chart until around this area right here, around 8:20 yesterday evening. But either way, I saw price chopping to the downside, breaking into this structure right here, and making new structure, meaning making new lows, lower lows and lower highs on the way down. On the pullback right here, this is where I went long at. 41.41 is where I went, excuse me, short at, not long. Well, I went short at 41.41. And my first contract, I took it out right here at 29. Now, I stayed in the trade. Yes, I did. All right. Price pulls back. But what I don't want to see price do is really break back above 41.49. And it came close to that, 41.47.5. But I knew after seeing the market just didn't have it, pushed to the upside, I knew that price was going to come back and test the lows down here. Pretty much if you look off the 60 range chart, we'll look at that again. Right here, some of this area right here, about 18, 20 to 18 area, 41.18, 41.20 area. I knew price had a chance of pushing, back down to that area. So first contract, took it out at 29. I got into it at 41. Nice run. Okay, so picked up there. Price pulled back. Okay, pushed back above my entry point here. Meaning pull back above my entry point. I stayed into the trade because I knew that price would definitely try to push lower. Okay, now my exit would have been right here at 49. I was only in with one contract at that time. Okay, so price push lower. Yes, I was taking some risk on allowing it to come back to this area, but this is a supporting swing right here to a price could not, well, not say could not, but it just, I knew that if it stayed below this high right here, that it had a possibility of shooting back down to the lows, and it did eventually. So, but price has ebbs and flows. So it pushed down, pulled back, pushed lower. I got out on my second contract right here at 21. So that's on our last contract. I picked up 20 points on the last contract, okay, all together, okay? So I think the first contract was 41.41 down to 40, so 11 points right there, okay? I think it was, let's see, 41, 31, 10, about 12 points, I think it was. 12 points here, 13 points, whatever it was, pull back, push lower, take it out right here on the second contract at 20 points. And then it pulls back again. Comes down, okay? Comes down here, retest the low here, pulls back up close to the opening, but this is 8:30, and today was non-farm payroll, so and then it eventually pushes down, and we test that area that I was talking about down here, okay? So that was how I picked up majority of my trades last night into the overnight session. And like I said, I typically don't trade into the overnight or the Globex session, but I saw a good setup happening on the 60 range chart, and with price pushed down here, pulled back, pushed lower towards the end of the close yesterday, the market rallied. Okay, for whatever reason, it was maybe just a lot of buying from traders, but I just don't believe that towards the end of the session that the market, you start to see the market start doing some funky stuff around 3:30, and lots of times that's the institution, the market makers, whatever, trying to drive the market back up, quickly hit stops before the session closes, take that money, and then they're going to flip the market and move back in the opposite direction. And they couldn't put, if it was the institutions really that were really stopping traders out with the driving force and having the fuel to buy all these orders, pushing back up, all these sell orders, pushing the market back up, they ran out of juice right here because they said, okay, no, we're not willing to take the risk on right here because we have all this selling, all this selling right here going on. they weren't willing to take on that risk of buying all those, of carrying all that inventory, and picking up all these sell orders and pushing them and driving the market back up. So they had to start dumping their inventory or dumping, those contracts. And when the market couldn't push any higher, this is where I went short at, and I took it all the way back down to, like I said, 21. So I got in 2 contracts and took it all the way back down. So that's how I got into my trade into the Globex session, or the overnight session. All right. So I appreciate everyone tuning into the video today. Hopefully you found some value in the content and my trading session. And yeah, if it's your first time, watching one of the videos, hopefully we'd love to have you on the team. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Nothing, the information, the content, the knowledge of what you'll learn on this channel is free. I don't have anything to sell, so I'm just here to kind of help people along, whatever the case is, through my means of individuals watching me trade. So that's why I publicly post my videos, whatever the case is. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Today is Friday, so Monday we'll be back at it again. Stay safe if you're trading the market, and see you Monday. Goodbye.